Hello! See that I'm a few minutes late. Sorry, I took a nap. I was very tired. So we're continuing on the chest from the last time, and I've been, adding bits and pieces everywhere on it, so we are going to look into a bit more detailing today in general. Hi Ron, and hi Daniel. You were sleeping. Unacceptable. Yes! I'm a human. Sometimes I need to take an afternoon nap, especially when it's been a hard day at work. So many meetings today. So many meetings. I think the last meeting in the afternoon, I was like halfly nodding off, was like horrible. So I feel a bit more refreshed after that nap. How are you guys doing, Ron, Daniel, the ones I see in the chat? Oh yeah, I was skedoodling on the wood here. And we have a visitor. It's Mr. K. I think he's a bit sad that no one is paying attention to him. Right? Yeah, no, that's my Wacom. You're not gonna sleep on my Wacom. Sleepy. So you're also sleepy then, Daniel? I don't think I've noticed that before, but look, there's actually small spikes here that we need to add as well. Right. So I think if we look at that little wood stripe, it's fairly close. I mean, our chest is a little bit longer than what we can see, at least the perspective of this one. It will look really even more silly if it's gonna be like shorter, so let's just stick with it. So you're very undecisive, Kay, if you're gonna stay in here, if you're gonna go. You're great, Round. I'm also glad I'm not the only one who's sleeping. Schedule finally got what it wants. I got back from work yesterday and I was dead. I took like 3 hours long nap. 3 hours? Damn. We need sleep anyway. Yeah. I wish I didn't need sleep. That would have been nice. Really nice. Because then I can stay up more and do some fun stuff, but you know, we apparently still need sleeping. Humans haven't evolved away from that. I think that was what I was doing last time, and I figured no, and shouldn't make the wood dye look like that. Then I started doing it again. Silly. But it's weekend soon. You can sleep then. You can sleep in the weekend. I don't think I like this sketch. So we will remove it and then we're gonna turn on the morph thing. Store morph. It's gonna have... Oh wait, we are... Okay, I wanna keep that. But... we're gonna have... this one. Doing an extra lap around and then going out here. And we will take this one and just make it a little bit there we go, it's a bit nicer. Didn't do anything stupid. Zbrush giving me warnings. Right, and then it's very simple, I think, so we don't distract too much from this part. Gonna add more details to it later. But I like having planks like this, so we should actually always feel it's a little bit hard to sketch out the wood patterns, like to find something I like to stick with. Hey, Captain! How are you doing? Are you tired as the rest of us? We were talking about how tired we all are. We'll see if we keep it that way. It's very like different from the other one, but sometimes it's cool to have patterns like that. Right, let's grab this. Actually, no, you're not. You're not. Can you please give us some of your energy? Tired of life in general. Don't be like that, wrong. I'm not tired of life in general, I'm just very tired. Don't say that. So as per usual, when I'm making plank, I'm always going a little bit tiny too much, like deep strokes and adding more just to make it pop a bit more when you do the normal map bake. Loot boxes absorb all of your energy. They're evil. Actually, this gives me a little bit of energy. It's a cow, you know. But, whew, man, work today absorbed all my energy. I had so many meetings that it was not even funny. I feel meetings are more exhausting than any other type of work in general. So 50-50. But yeah, in general, if I would just sit and do like this the whole day, sculpt and, you know, I must say that this is pretty relaxing for me and doesn't really feel too stressed even if you have deadlines. But talking to other people, like, you know, constantly be on the edge, like, of attention, like when people are talking, like feeding you with information, or like you should engage in what they're saying, that is rough. That is something that can be pretty harsh. That's when your brain gets tired. So you guys are not people. Good question. I don't know. Are you? Like, I mean, for all I know, you could actually be cyborgs, talking cats, you know? It's like, it's hard for me to tell. You guys can at least see my face, so you know that this part is human, so... Long story short, people are exhausted. People are exhausted indeed. At least what it seems like. Your hands cannot be humans. My hands? Oh, they're like rubber covered, you know, metal pieces. And we're just a bunch of bots made by Aslans. You don't feel bad for being alone in the street. It sounds like, actually, maybe if he was a really good coder, he would actually maybe do something like that. Wouldn't surprise me. But fortunately for me, he can't really code that well, so. But that would have been a great prank. Regardless, I appreciate that you guys are here, even if you're bots or cyborgs or whatever. Actually, that's why you're tired, because your bots are made by Aslan. It's a shame that he isn't here. He would probably have something funny to say. I made you think that someone actually cared about what you're doing. What a prank. I wonder if that would be like a prank of like caring or just pure evil. I think my favorite part is to sculpt wood. Don't know why. That actually sounds like something I do myself, so my free Facebook friends would stop mocking me for not being interesting. Aww. I will feel like a genius if I could actually program something like that. So I would just do it to feel smart as well. Organic stuff is the best thing. Yeah, I have to agree with you there. feels like you have a, you know, more of a flow in your hand, or like swirling around. Like freehanding. It's like you don't have to be so perfect. Mistakes when sculpting are sometimes... Oh, you mean like sometimes the mistakes, like it can be useful, or like happy little accidents? Happy little accidents. Yeah, like... Yeah, maybe that's why I like it. It's, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't have to be that perfect. That is true. Also feels more like my hand is moving more automatically. It's just like sketching. It's almost like sketching, actually. I've been thinking about like adding some kind of small little like pedestal to this. You know, the previous stylized props is just like hanging kinda in the air. Well, not hanging, but you know, they're just free floating. So I've been wondering like if I should maybe, yeah, you know, make a smaller round thing that it's standing on, and I don't know, small grass or something more that actually would fit the style of the chest, just to get it a little bit more interesting. So it feels like a small little scene rather than just one single lonely prop. But I would probably, if I would do that, I'm probably just gonna do it, you know, when I'm done with the sculpt on this one. But it just feels like it would be a bit, you know, a nice addition. Oh no, my phone died. Oh no, okay. I was almost worried I didn't charge the batteries on this one. You can add a pom-pom hanging on the turkey leg. On the turkey leg. Still going with the turkey leg. Maybe you should just like extract it from the scene and just make a turkey leg, texture it, and call it done. How awesome would that be? You know, choosing between doing this and then just a turkey leg. If you guys think that would be awesome, that I just make one turkey leg, you know, how easy would that be? I would be done. It'd be like, well, done. End of stream. Turkey leg scene, maybe. Like you could make a small stylized table, well, like a bar stool with only a plate or napkin with a turkey leg. Super small diorama. Well, I mean, if you add all of those things, then it's actually a small little neat diorama. Like a small bar stool, you say, with a plate and one turkey leg. Well, I guess why not? I mean, the centerpiece is the turkey leg. The stool, I guess, is just to make it look like there's more to it, but it's just the turkey leg. Should bring out pinch brush so we can have it a little bit more like stylized in a way. I'll keep that one like that. That's a bit too... maybe? Yeah, that would be too wobbly. Thanksgiving Day diorama. And we don't even have Thanksgiving here. So, sure, embracing other culture fun like turkey dinners. Really broken down cute crippled leg, or could be like really bent and the other fixed with a tape or something. That's an idea. And that's not even that big of a project to be scary. Oh, you're gonna try that! It sounds funny. Do it. But yeah, it's like you say, it's not even gonna be a big project. Do it, Ron. Make this small little stylized turkey chicken leg diorama with some tape. Stylized turkey leg texture would not be easy though. I mean, it's a bit red, brownish, a lot of like speckled roughness in there to make it a little bit skimmery, and then some bit like, you know, black charcoaly on some part of it. I think you can make it substance designer turkey texture. Gotta delete my search history after though. Don't want people to find out that you've been searching for turkey legs. No, that would be a crime. Explain that to, like, if you're doing that at work, get dragged into a meeting room, then like, so we saw your search history, we have some questions. Ooh, but that reminds me, I did stream, was that during summer? I did a ham on a plank. I think I did. I must look in my folders, but I think I did something quick, like a ham on a plank with a knife. So actually I already done a meat piece. Wonder if I'm going too much into detail immediately. Oh well. Looks okay. If you die, please destroy my computer hard drive. No questions asked. Only if I can have a sneak peek on your hard drive. Then I can destroy it. Because now I'm curious. wonder if someone actually been writing in the testimony that, like, if in case I would die or be in an accident, please destroy my hard drive. Imagine opening like a letter like that. You have to write a report to FBI after. Well, we should continue to the next plank. For that we should make a new save though. Right, so now the question is if I really wanna keep it this way. Perhaps it's breaking the pattern, so maybe it actually do work. We have a stored morph, so we can always delete it if it would be a bad decision. Have you ever used Endo? Yeah. I have tons and tons. Like, if I didn't do high poly models, I would use that. Or if, using making use beveled edges and then add all the details in Endo. I tried it when it first came out, actually, to see how it was, and then we started using it, so yeah. It's a plugin, yeah, and now it's part of like Quixel suite, so it started like a separate one, So it's like they had a lot of filters for Photoshop, like NVIDIA filter, and then you had like an normal plugin, which could just convert an entire map. But like if you wanted individual details, it was hard to do something about it. Like when I say convert an entire map, I mean you took a photo and then it made a normal map out of that photo, and it could be really ugly and pixelated. And then Endo came along, and you could all of a sudden turn like white and black data and just make, you know, circles and rectangles and add on top of each other and blend. It was amazing. It's a new feature. But it still like exists, part of a Quixel suit. So what is it for? Well, I mean, you could make any type of normal maps. It's not just for hard surface trims. You could convert in that program as well, like say this picture and get normal map data from it. So you could get this one. So it's like, it is for surface trims, but also for like icons. So if I really want to have this as an icon, I can just make some like Photoshop filters, you know, remove a little bit of the very highlights and make it a little bit more even, and make it black and white, and then turn it into a normal map that you can stamp onto your picture. But you can actually kind of make an entire model in there as well. And in the Endo that is now, you can actually paint strokes just like you can in Painter, and it turns it into a normal map. But I guess the main use people see is to add details in their high poly, like instead of making them by hand. Have you seen the new Substance Alchemist demo? Yeah, I have seen that one. Haruika 70. Hi! Hi! Can you show us your work? You mean the thing I'm working on right now? Because yes, I can. There you go. But if you want to see my portfolio, it's, as Rowan says, it's in the description. Substance Alchemist demo. It looked nice, but I still see some flaws in that program. Quixel Mixes also looks nice, but when you start using things, you're like, huh, still gonna have to do certain things in over here and there in other programs. They're not like flawless. So we'll see. I'm probably not gonna start using it yet. I'm one of those like people going like being grumpy, like it looks cool, but if it doesn't do this and this as well, then I'm not gonna use it until it looks better. I always try new things, new softwares, but it takes a while before I integrate them in my workflow. Oh, thank you. Looks nice. Happy to hear that. I work on Battlefield, yes, and I did work on Horizon Zero Dawn, so that is true. It's not Apex Legends, it's Apex Construct that I've been working on, so it's a different game. But yes, I worked on all of those. Currently still working on Battlefield. Yo, Kinama. Yo. Hello. You need to investigate it. Okay, it's because I've been trying to model hard surface decals and it's pretty hard and slow, and a couple of guys that use Endo for that. Yeah, you can use Endo, or you can do exactly the same in Substance Painter. So it's just pick your poison. Like Just choose one of them. If you're gonna texture in Painter anyway or something, then it might be just easier to do that in the same program than, you know, moving back and forth in different programs. But Endo is like Photoshop plugin, so all the tools you use in Photoshop is very, very handy. You have them there. Painter, how do you do that? You can use stamps like alpha, like you have in Zbrush, that you can stamp out and drag out details. You can do the same in Painter. So oh no, what did I do? Reset brush maybe? Should probably reset the brush. Reset current brush. Thank you. Added some weird let me make a new copy. New save. Hi, I want to do this. YouTube link. Okay. Someone was friendly enough to come and give me some tomatoes to eat. Thank you. Not sure why. Let's see, YouTube link. You wanna make this, and then you link to my super old. This is made in the old UDK, like old Unreal, before the current Unreal, when it was called Unreal Development Kit. So you wanna make a hand-painted town? Is that it? Like in a low poly style, low poly Blizzard style, or? Man, this is 2013. That's 6 years ago. You should probably make something more in line with the current style. What? I got a note here. It's not tomatoes. It's what? I don't get it. It says chocolate tomatoes from the Netherlands. What? It looks like a tomato though. And it's not chocolate. It smells tomato. I feel tricked. They taste tomato. What? Why do I get a note that says chocolate tomatoes? People trolling me. Just want me to eat tomatoes. What? It just tastes like a regular tomato. Trolling me on my stream, like, hey, here's chocolate tomatoes. Like, oh, thank you. No, it's not chocolate tomatoes. Ah. Captain, you need to create them in Photoshop first. Well, yeah, or there are a couple of people who download them in that make them, and you can download a lot of alphas as well. So, and there are some in Painter. But I do get what you mean. I mean, if you're gonna have to make them in Photoshop anyway and then go in there, then might as well continue in Photoshop. I get that. 2013 is not that long ago. It's 6 years. It's a long time ago. Best brushes for rock and stylized workflow. Currently working on it. I mostly use clay buildup, then smooth it with T dynamic and T smooth board. Just finish it and use /3 plus pinch for fissures. Thank you for the follow, Harurika. Well, I guess that's the workflow I'm using. So there's not really like I used to drag out brush, but I do have a trick for making stylized rocks. Actually, we could show it on this one. So, are you aware of clay buildup? Or clay polish, I mean, sorry. This one is very useful. You can tinker with the settings. Did you see how it removed a lot of the rough strokes here? And make them a little bit more stylized and wonky. This is usually something I do by the end when I do rocks, and you can like up the sharpness and the min and max angle of what it's using, and if you play around with these you can get some really nice results. So what I usually do is to grab realistic rock brushes, like this, and then I go in and play around with the clay polish, because it smooths out a lot of like these details and you give you like the stylized edges on top of it. What you can do, of course, before that is to add a little bit yourself to it, or move things like this. But the stronger the clay polish is, the more effect you can get. So you can get stuff like this as well, where it can get very out of hand. But I guess that is like something I do. If I have alphas, realistic alphas, then I use them. So I'm gonna catch up in the chat. That's easy. Replace all the hand-painted texture with some substance bull crap and pretend that all materials can run with parallax occlusion. Easy. That's nah, but yeah. Do you? If I drew that chest, or if it's or is it a internet reference? It's a concept. Oh wow! It's from Elena Swashenko. Feels like I should know this by pronouncing her name so many times. It's like from an Instagram group where they have this school, Smirnov school. They post some great pictures out there, so I'm using the concept as a reference. Six years from that lead artist dies. Well, I put my mind into it. a lot, I guess. But that's why I keep it on my YouTube. It's nice to see, like, that's where I started. Now you all know. Made a stylized environment in the old UDK and a camera thingy and put it up on YouTube. People tend to ask me how my first portfolio looked like and my first art pieces and stuff, and that's why both on ArtStation and on YouTube I used to keep the old things for people to see. Smirnoff hype! Final Fantasy! Yes, it's Final Fantasy 7. You are correct. It's from a YouTube mix list. But the thing I did with clay polish is also something I do on wood once I'm done, to get rid of, like, you can see, stuff like that. Then it's just like smoothing it out, a lot of these small, like, lines and stuff. So it's a nice thing to play around with when it comes to stylized. So some of you might have seen this one. So I made a realistic stump and then a stylized one, and you can see silhouette is basically the same, and like the hole here and the eye, like all of these things. So I made this and I lowered the subdivisions, and then I started modeling this piece from this piece, and I used a lot of the clay polish, and then used those brushes that been mentioned, like with Trim Smooth and Trim Dynamic and Orb Crack and stuff like that, and then clay polish again, and then some Dynamesh on it, and then I got this one. So sometimes it can be almost easier to start out with realistic things that is a bit noisy to get some shapes. Oh, cat is in the way. When you did the sculpted assets for Horizon, were all hand sculpted, or did you use any trick like alphas or resources that provided the studio? Actually a lot of them are made with clay buildup. But we do have a lot of resources at the studio, or you made some alphas and stuff, but if you're looking at the organic sculpts, it was like brushes in, like here, some orb crack. It's, these are like basically the brushes I have here actually. Like the standard ones. Like stuff that I used alpha for is like this piece here. The candles are just made with move and inflate. So I would say like for most of the pores, like smaller pores, they are like with alpha cards. Well, stamps like, but it's mostly like noise. The rest is actually with hand. Same with the wood here. It's like clay buildup. It's just that it's a lot more than this. Lot more strokes and stuff. If I did ever topology, yeah. Made a high poly sculpts and then We made low polys out of them. I did a retop in Maya. Some people preferred, was it Topogan? I just preferred Maya. Hi Kay. Can't pet you more. You have to be on the side. You can be there. Ah, cat hair in my face. And for the texturing, is one texture per asset or is it one texture per set of prop? And if so, those are one set, or how did you divide the set? Well, some of them are on the same texture sheet, some of them are not. Different studios do different approaches. Sometimes you do atlasing, like you put them on the same texture sheet, and some studios don't, depending on how the engine work. I guess you guys are wondering just because you want to know how you actually do it, or like if there's like one way of doing it, like the best way, but it's like not. At the moment, where I'm working right now, I need to, like, we are drawing the textures in the engine a different way, so it's better to have like one asset per texture, just to make sure that they're very small and that you don't draw textures unnecessary. But that's because it's a multiplayer game. And some games do atlasing, so... I have a lot of cat hair in my face. But that's not made in Substance Painter. That's like those are Photoshop textures. Like, you know, I made the textures in Photoshop because there were no Substance Painter when I made them. But I can't recall exactly which of these assets that are on the same texture sheet and which ones are not. But I know that some of them are. Not like the best way, but a correct optimized one. Yeah, that's the thing. The correct optimized way is very, very depending on the engine itself. So it's always like if you used to do it one way in one studio, your first job you do it this way, and then you change job and they're like, we're doing it this way, and you're like, okay, and then you have to relearn, and then you move on to the next studio. Moved studio a couple of times now, and then it's like, oh, no, we do it in this way, and then you're like, oh, okay, throwing all the knowledge you had out of the window. So it's like you need to be able to adapt and learn and understand why you're doing certain things. That's more important than like trying to figure out like which is the correct and most optimized way now. So if you want to do a environment for Unreal, I suggest that you read in documentation like what's the best optimized way of making textures and materials for Unreal. And if you would work with Frostbite at DICE, then they have other rules for the best optimized way for their engine. So it's gonna change. So the way you did in Unreal is not gonna be applicable for the next engine you use. So it's more like if you can show that you understand the power of the engine and you adapt to that one if you're making a portfolio, that shows a lot more of like, you know, understanding of technicalities, I would say. Nightmare Photoshop. Well, I mean, it was okay. You didn't know that there were other way of doing it. So I'm still faster texturing in Photoshop than with fainter. It's just crafting. Make the cuts deeper. Make it tell a story. Hi Aslan. Glad you're here. We were talking about you in the beginning of the stream. That everyone in the channel is bots and that you program them. You missed that whole part. Oh, damn. Pressed the wrong button. I'm gonna have pinch. I think his bots report to him about him. I guess without more context, Aslan is probably very confused right now, being like, huh? Bots? What do you mean? I have a whole bucket of tomatoes here. They're apparently chocolate tomatoes, but they taste just like regular tomatoes. I feel really, really tricked. False advertisement? Yeah. Someone came in here, dropped some tomatoes on my table, and I was like, tomatoes? What? And then they came with a note and be like, chocolate tomatoes from the Netherlands. And I'm like, don't look like chocolate to me. And indeed it wasn't. Probably laughing right now. Bam! Neum just dropped a giant wall of text. Depends on what your bottlenecks are. Texture layout is all about trying to leverage memory versus draw calls and object instancing. If you need to save memory, you want more individual textures so your level or streaming system don't have to load much overhead, but if you want to leverage memory to save on GPU and CPU, you want to atlas as much as possible of your level. It's never a case of what's best, it's always a case of moving the pain point, so to speak, and make sure you aren't capped by any part. It's a very technical way of putting it. But yeah, I guess that's true. That's a nice way of explaining it. So I'm then just gonna say as for now in Battlefield, or like, yeah, we make them individual, which would then, in Björn's description here, leverage the memory. If you need to say memory, you want more individual textures, your level or streaming system don't have to load much overhead. So I guess that's basically why we're doing that for right now, but that's also part of how the engine is structured. True, but we actually don't do that, so not in that way at least. This is getting very technical, I'm out. Aww. I guess the sentiment of it all, the point is that there is like not just one solution, there's multiple ones, so can't really tell you how you should do it. It depends on your needs. By the way, Neum, how's things going at work? Are you still stressed? Talking about very technical stuff made me think about how it's going over there. Neum's works at Gorilla, so we were colleagues when I was working there. He was my senpai. Super busy still. Damn. Do you think it will calm down soon? At all? Like, is there a light in the tunnel? Also looking for more people for the team now. Cool. You mean like for, in particular your team, or just in general for the whole Gorilla team? I want to play Horizon, but PlayStation. I mean, I like console games, so I don't mind. But yeah, I understand. Most people might prefer it on PC. Madness will continue for the foreseeable future. For Team Ass Art. Team Ass Art for everyone. That's what we called our asset art team. I made a very nice logo. Do you still have the logo? It was a picture of an ass. But you do not have open position for environment art? Well, it seems like they do. Hire crazy across the board, so... So many senpais. No, I think we lost it when we moved, sadly. Oh, no. You have to make a new one then, Yum. That was my pride. My best contribution was making that logo for our team. But you're on the new office now then. Well, not now, hopefully, but maybe you are working late. You checked the web yesterday. Aw. Environment art is full. Apparently our environment art is full. But hey guys, you can join the ass art team. My old team. They are amazing people. And much more cooler than the environment team anyway. No, the new office is being built. Should be done in like a year. A year? Concrete skeleton at the moment. Damn, that's long project. So it's actually just building a new building, like for that's I hope it will be nice. So I guess you just moved within the company then. When you said that you moved. The ass artist. Yeah, that's what we call the department ass art. So asset artist was too hard to say. So we just made it shorter. I was cleaning my disk from useless stuff and my old unfinished project. Now I wanted to reuse some volumetric clouds from one of them. And guess what? It's gone. Aw, you should never remove your old stuff. That's bad. You never know when you need them. Sorry to hear that. Also pretty funny. Guess what? They're gone. The building is old, but they blew it out the whole interior and renovated from the skeleton. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's gonna look modern on the inside. It's pretty neat. I already liked what they did in the new reception when I was working back there. Actually, I was including assets inside of environment, but now I'm more into assets. Well, as I mentioned before in my streams, like, all companies are different. So, environment art at Gorilla is a little bit more like what you could find in other companies that are like level art, so to speak. So the people building the assets are actually the asset art team. The other ones are placing them and making suggestions and like trying to figure out what they actually need as modular pieces, but they're not finalizing them. Unless Gorilla have changed something, Neum, but I'm assuming that it's still the same. Well, I know that now. Ah! Wow. My screen went black. Did that happen for you guys as well? Or was it just me? Did I think I hit the cable. Everything just went black. I was like, oh my god. It scared me. I thought everything went offline. Oh. Damn, that makes me nervous. Should make a save. That calls for a save. It's all the same. All the same at Gorilla. And that was just... Oh, it was just for me. Okay. Well, then it was probably just my screen that... I don't know. Lost contact with something in the back of the screen or cord. Hard to find junior position nowadays? You think so? Oh, there goes cat. I'm not sure it is actually, but I guess most junior positions are like you're an intern and that leads to a junior position. So in that way, I guess there are still junior positions, but it's harder to get one if you weren't an intern on that company, perhaps. That's how I had my junior position at Gorilla, so maybe it's like that. Liam, do you know if Gorilla hire or any of the juniors that have been there like actually got hired as juniors, or if they all have been interns first? Because when I think about it, it feels like most juniors back there was like interns first. And it's the same with the juniors at DICE. Well, no, I think there's one that actually got a job without being an intern. That is a junior. So one wood plank left to do. Oh, well, that's not true. Well, one wood plank here, then we have a small piece here, and then I guess all over the other places as well, but on this rounded part. I guess for the top, maybe I should just make it straight. Yeah, most of them are interns. Don't remember anyone getting hired as a junior. That's mostly temp position in that case. Yeah. Then my suspicious thoughts were right. Because that's how I recall it as well. So issues with juniors in the overhead is the overhead on hand holding that needs to happen for a few months. Much easier to hire an intern as a junior as they know the ropes already. Yeah. But I heard that it was easier for people to get internship, you know, being attached to a school. I mean that's the easier way. And before you could, you know, a couple of years ago, you can also not be like from a school and still get internships. Because I hear a lot of people asking like, how should I get an internship if I am not enrolled in a school? Because that's usually uh, like expected nowadays. If intern positions are announced on the web, some companies do that. Not sure about like Neum can answer for Gorilla. When I applied as an intern, it was not an announced position on the web because it was through the school. Some do announce them. The issue with like being an intern and like want to have an internship in another country is that they need to make sure that you survive and have an income and don't live on the street and stuff. So it's easier to just take people from school in the living in the same city or like in the country at least. So that's also an issue. So yeah, in general, Captain, like some companies does and some company doesn't. It depends on like the company, I would say. But most people then have a connection with schools already that are close by, so they usually have like an agreement with school that some of the people do their internships to your company, and then you don't announce anything on the website since you already have the agreement with the school close by. So then there is no need since you already are covered for interns. I guess that's just the new standard for like getting an internship somewhere, that it's like part of the school education. Well, back in the day it could be from either, and also like way more back then there was really not any schools, so in my case I want to leave the country and I had an interview and they told me that they will send me an offer and so, but it's in my country, so I prefer to search for something else abroad. When it comes to internship, in that case it can be a bit tricky, but it's not like harder. Well, it's hard, but it's not like unheard of. I mean, I did my internship abroad, but that was through a school, so if it's not through a school, I guess it's in general just harder. Oh, not sure what happened here, but not looking as nice as this part. But that's okay, we're gonna mirror that side anyway. In this case, the offer is not an internship, it's not even a uni position, so this is so complicated. Sounds complicated. Unless it's just a regular position, then it's not too complicated. So we should have maybe 2 planks here. Not an internship and not a junior position. Sounds scam-y. Be careful. They may just try to avoid having to pay you something they should have to by law. Yeah, some countries actually have laws on that you have to give something to interns. That it's not completely like free labor. So we don't want to steal too much attention and make it too complicated here, so we're just gonna make simple patterns, I think. So relaxing, making strokes. Just drawing some strokes. Accidentally drawing outside. Drawing lines. Sometime, which I should have done way long ago, I should just take a flat plane draw some lines and make just an alpha and drag it out every time faster. But then again, I wouldn't be able to make it a bit more custom, so still like a regular straight one. Sometimes I wonder why I haven't optimized some things in my workflow. No! Stop doing that. Fast and simple. So we have that. I guess what we really should do is continue here, and with small little hose feet of this thing as well. And before that, I'm gonna say so this chunk here is on top of this part. Right, I think this one have dynamic subdivision. Yes, should apply it. became so very, very quiet. It's also a bit mellow music, so I wonder what kind of music it is actually. Oh, it's from Metroid Prime. We're getting in more and more pieces on in place for this guy. I can't hear the music at all almost, but I may be deaf. Is it that low? Because people heard it was Final Fantasy a while ago. This might just be that the song is very mellow. Can you hear anything now, new? Better. Must have been the choice of music, but also I upped the volume a little bit. So if anyone feels it too loud, then we're just gonna have to call out that you're deaf, then you. I'm curious though, what do people usually do when I'm streaming? Like working as well, or eating? Playing games? Just have me muted on the side, being like, I don't really care. Still got cat hair in my mouth. Don't think you want to know. What, Aslan? You're probably working with Skyrim mods. As you usually do. Just listen to the stream, yeah. Oh, hi Aubrey! I guess some people just quiet watching. Eating, playing on my phone. Left Skyrim mods. I actually think it's a honest Skyrim mod, but you never know. Guess Aslan have to tell us. Depends on the day. Today I'm just listening and watching. Listen and watching. Can't be the most exciting things I've done so far though, right? I mean, I've been drawing strokes. Like, back and forth. Thank you for the follow, Maestro 3 Dimension. That's a long name. I'm working on a character for my left game. Nice emoji. Very unled Skyrim mod, but sometimes led. depending on whatever other Skyrim ones you have installed. Organized Crisis, hi! Cowbell Crew reporting. Christopher, hi, and Cowbell Crew. Hi guys! You found me. Wow, okay. I'm not doing anything exciting for you guys. Organized Crisis and Christopher Hagen. I think yeah. We played League yesterday. Had a nice cowbell skin. I think we all laughed very hard about that. But this is a cow, so I mean it's fitting, as you can see. I'm doing some 3D models, so thank you for the follow, CGG Jamie. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a cow chest. Thank you, Christopher, for the follow. So I guess it's actually fitting to the yesterday's event in League of Legends. More cowbells. It's getting late. Oh, okay. We'll see you later, Captain. Thanks for checking my stream out, and have a nice weekend, you as well. Did I tell you about the stream? I don't think so. Oh, you guys are following. Thank you, Organized Crisis. And also thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription. Shh! I'm pretty sure I never told you anything about a stream, so... But I'm using my gaming and streaming name, so... Being the same name. Oh, Aslan, you posted a link to your mod you're working on. The cow has summoned you. Cow chest summon. There's a little bit of left to do in this one. Your beginner in Zbrush looks very cool to me. Oh, thank you. It's Are you also working with stylized things then, Maestro? Zbrush is very fun. I can recommend anyone trying it. It's just a lump of clay you're working with, so... Okay, so today I've actually been sitting here sculpting wood strokes, like just going like this. So if anyone would like re-watch in the beginning, they would see me like drawing horizontal lines. But now we're gonna try to adjust this a little bit better. And for anyone wondering why it's blinking and isolating, it's just to save memory. And it's because I have dynamic on, otherwise it wouldn't do that. So it's a feature. It can be very irritating if you're scrolling around a lot as well. Was it difficult for you to learn Zbrush? Compared to other 3D modeling program, I would say yes. Took a while to understand how you could make it look nice without, you know, it can be very clumpy to work with. It can look like a clay lump, kinda. So it's, I would say, compared to learning Maya or Blender, it was harder. At least for me. And also because Maya and Blender is a little bit more straightforward. It's actually just a modeling program, or like, you know, like architecture use and stuff. It's very much more straightforward. This one is more artistic made, so that was the hard part with it, I think. How much RAM I got in this machine? No, Aslan, it's 32 gigabyte. It's not 64. It's 32. But I have a really old and shitty graphics card for anyone wondering. My graphics card is a 770. It's not it's not modern at all. And that the reason why is also because I've mostly been using CPU and ROM heavy programs, and then Substance Painter came along, and that's when it started complaining on my graphics card. But otherwise I never had any issues with running that graphics card. I use 3D Max, by the way, and crashes makes me crazy. Yeah, I guess all programs have that, right? Crashing a lot. I must say my crashes a lot as well. Zbrush has been more okay. It crashes less, but it depends. If I'm doing something a bit too high poly, going a little bit too much overboard with the subdivisions, it will crash and burn. Oh, you had hopes. All the hopes are so dead. Aw. You had hopes that I had a better machine? Sorry to disappoint you. I mean, I wouldn't say no if I could, you know, have 64 gigabytes in it, but I had to update a lot of things at the same time. I still have 3 slots, so in case I would need it, I could potentially install some new ones. Okay, so let's add some... there's not that much going on here, but I should just copy them over and then we can start making this side, because I feel I'm gonna make these unique and then just flip them over on the other side. So oh, I pressed. Jesus, they're too close to each other. Almost deleted it. We wanna... Oh, it has multiple subdivisions. So I'll just delete that one. Mirrored in X, so we need Y. Thank you for the follow, Ari Vend. Sorry guys, I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names. Really horrible, especially when it comes to nicknames. How often I stream? Every Tuesday at 9. At 9 o'clock in the evening, Central European Standard Time. There we go. And then every other Thursday. So, but it's always Tuesdays. The every other Thursday thing is because I can't stream every Thursday. I would have loved to get more times for streaming, but tight schedule and work, so I can't. You got a 24GB of RAM, Ron. I remember feeling like a demigod when I fired up the first time. Well, machine, eat them like snacks anyway. Yeah, I thought like, oh, I have 32GB now, so I'm just gonna start adding even more subdivisions in Zbrush, and well, I could add a few more, but then it, you know, fun's already over. It's like already too much for it. But yeah, I'm streaming different 3D models, but just at the moment I'm working on this. And then I have another parallel project that is like a more environment piece that I'm gonna make like in a realistic fashion. But that one needs a little bit more preparation outside of the stream, because it's very heavy. I can't run stream at the same time. Thank you for the follow, Falaren. I should just say thank you for the follow and end of story. Like, I'll not try to embarrass myself. But you prefer drinking while you're working the computer? That's a very, very specific question. I have water. I think I always prefer water. Yeah. That's what I prefer drinking. Cold water. Just plain, no carbonated. Not sure if that helps you in any way, knowing what kind of water or like drinks I'm drinking. I'm looking for the standard brush. So, and then guess we can add. Oh. You're just curious. Okay, sure. Was you from gaming to the old standard? You won't use more than 16 gigabits anyway. Then I somehow got involved in all of this, and it just made me laugh nowadays. Is 16 gigabyte like good enough for like all the newest games? I know it's weird for me asking this, but since I mostly work with making the games, I don't really know the specs. I play League and Hearthstone, doesn't really need that much, but or I play on consoles, so that's about it. 16 is considered fine. I must say that 16 sounds a lot though. That's what I had before I upgraded my computer. And it was choking on the Zbrush. Yeah, I know, Niam. You have like 128 gigabytes. I think my computer back there just had 64 though. It's part of the upgrades, I guess. You guys have fancy computers. I think I have 64 right now as well at work. Should do the same with this one. Mirror in Y axis. Oh. And this one should be more damaged here. She's just an exception. All EA employees drink whiskey and smoking cigars at work. From all those DLC and loot boxes. Wow. At work I drink water, coffee and cola actually. Yes, yeah. Guess that's about it. But it's more fun to pretend that we all sit there. Actually, I saw a streamer the other day that was streaming and smoking at the same time on stream. And I was like, it's a bit odd. Like, okay. Sure. Coffee makes me feel terrible. Yeah, I hate coffee. It's nasty. But if you're tired, you need some form of energy. So I'm kind of used to taste now. But my colleagues were laughing their asses off because I was usually in the kitchen going like this. And they just, you know, took it all. Just in one swoop, and then I was like drinking tons of water after that. It was like nasty. But I'm more used to it, but it's still nasty. Coffee's the only thing that keeps me alive. Hello, Kevin! Did you know, Kevin, I heard today that one of our external partners of DICE, like an artist, like the artists in China usually choose a Western name, and apparently he chose to call himself Bacon. So that's his name. His Western name anyway. That's pretty funny. Didn't they ban excessive drinking on stream? Not sure about smoking. I have no idea actually. Maybe they have. Don't know. But smoking, it doesn't seem like they're banned now. Like tons of people were watching as well, so, and he was quite a big streamer, so I'm just assuming that they haven't. You know you can get caffeine tablets, right? Yes, I'm well aware of that. But it doesn't feel as effective, you know? It feels like if I drink something nasty, you get like an energy kick of like that you just had something that tastes really utterly horrible, and then the caffeine. Caffeine tablets or pills, they seem to be like, you know, candy almost, like, yeah. You met a campfire before? That's pretty funny. Like he actually wanted to be called Campfire. Some kind of coffees are actually really good. Like Vienna coffee, for example. People say that this coffee is good, and then I try it, and it's still like, you know, coffee is coffee. So I just don't like bitter stuff in general. Like sweet stuff, but I don't want to add like sugar to it because it's unhealthy, so yeah. Oh. My favorite question is, what tool software do you use for your topology? I use Maya, actually. Maya's modeling tool, I guess. So that's what I use for topology. It's not the best, but I mean, it's easy for me to use. Easier than anything else. Her name was Campfire. It's really funny. Coffee is my blood. Quadra. Yeah, Quadra. Exactly. But I also sometimes just do normal box modeling on top of the things. It depends on like the complexity, but usually Quadra in Maya. Whatever you're faster in, I prefer Modo. I can use Maya, but I hate it. Yeah, and then you have Topogun, and you can do it in Zbrush as well, but I mean that's only if you hate yourself a lot. And I did say in a previous stream that I was going to do a topology in Zbrush, so might do that with this one. I hate Blender. I haven't really tried Blender. I don't like it too much either. Some people do though. I can see the benefits with it, but nah. If I can choose drinking a sweet and refreshing cup of coffee over drinking something so bitter that I can't even swallow it, of being brain dead for the rest of the day, it's a really easy choice. Yeah, well, the coffee is more, you know, available there. Like, just go to the coffee machine, take it. Like, yeah. But I get what you mean. Why torture yourself more than necessary, right? There are two artists that streams here sometimes. Onyx Moon or something. Shrewsbury Topos in Zbrush usually start out with a poly painting her top of the model first. You're always confused by this. I mean, she starts with poly painting, you know, like, oh, she's sketching on it, and then she actually do the topology. Well, I mean, it's quite smart if you can, you know, sketch it out first, I guess, but I'm not sure if it's really necessary. Seems worth checking in, actually. I would like to switch to Modo, but if they didn't charge so much for it now. Be right back. Well, sure. I think Kevin is at work, so I don't know. I used Max, 3ds Max, a lot, and then I started working at Gorilla, and then I transitioned to Maya, and the next company, Fast Travel Games, we used Maya, and at DICE we used Maya. So there's no need for me to like switch another program, since it's like a lot of integrations between Maya and the engine and stuff. So even though Modo does seem quite nice. Oh, it's the same here. I think I'm just gonna keep it like that and add some more details later. Right, so we have this part here, roughly. We can add some more. We should look at this one. I look at your working ZBrush and I wanna sculpt something too. Do it! Sculpt something! I love ZBrush. I think everyone should sit and sculpt something. If it did start from Maya? No, actually this assets I made completely from just using ZBrush. It was hard, but it was like a mix of CModeler and then primitives and just, you know, so slowly by slowly. So I made everything, like put out some boxes and yeah. So the whole thing is made in here. I haven't done that before. I usually start in Maya with a box and then refining it more and more. But I wanted to challenge myself, so this time was completely in ZBrush. So that's why I'm like talking about maybe perhaps doing the retopology in ZBrush as well, since, well, if I can do more steps in here, I just want to try out if it's like better nowadays, or if you know, if it still would be more beneficial for me to continue doing Maya, ZBrush, Maya. So it's an experiment. I wish Modo had a light version, just the modeling stuff, none of the still animation, and want to be big boy features I have no use for. But didn't you use Modo a lot, Niam, when we worked together? It felt like you were sitting in there all the time and like talking about how great Modo is. You want to fight Frostbite right now? I feel so sorry for you. Sounds like you have some horrible experience. Punch Frostbite a little bit from me as well. But it's, yes, but it's used for modeling. That stuff's great, but they're super focused on adding this superfluous crap in the new version and doubling the price point. Oh, why do they do that? Is it really that bad with Frostbite? I wish Kevin would be here right now, and he'd probably agree with me that it has some benefits, but it crashed a lot. Thank you for the follow, that dude Henry. It's great. Right. It's very unstable. But as I said, it has some great benefits. Sometimes, I guess, a little. Kinda. Oh, I think that's why it's so slow. Had the dynamic tapped. Explains a lot. I was like, why is it so slow? Nothing else is. Because they want to be big boys like Maya and Max, have all the features in the whole package. Well, it's nothing wrong, I guess, with adding tons of stuff and, you know, being a reliable, well, not reliable, being a player in the game of like competition. It's a shame that they have to up the prices a lot. Oh. Fourth crash? Damn, what are you doing? I like how I'm blaming you. It's not uncommon though. Like, which version are you guys on? Are you on the newest one? In 30 minutes? Gonna throw it down here soon. 4 crashes in 30 minutes. Yeah, it tends to, like, sometimes for me it just crashes by having it open and you not doing anything. Or you open a mesh and then it crashes. Or you are in the mesh and it crashes in, like, you know, rendering the viewport. You're like, it did nothing. But then again, I have the same with Maya sometimes. That it just randomly crashes. Sometimes if you just rotate in Maya, it crashes. And you're like, great. So I guess every program has its downsides. It crashes just cause it exists. I can feel that you're a little bit annoyed with Frostbite at the moment. Have you tried turning it on and off again? I actually got that as I was like turning around asking colleagues, what should I do in this case? And they're like, have you turn it on and off? It's like, thanks for the help. shift grabbing a TA. Yeah. Sounds like a wise plan. Oh, it's already 11:30 in the evening for me, guys. Sometimes frosty, but mostly bitey. Oh, that's quite cute. Gotta make a save. Frostbite, more like trash bite. Aw. I'm sorry, Kevin, they're having such a rough time at work today with frostbite. I hate those days. Never sync to the latest build. Oh, no, that's very wise. Don't do that sometimes. Pro tip, yeah. Hello, OC Diva! Thank you for the raid. And welcome, people. Welcome to the Cow Chest sculpting stream with overseas colleagues having frostbite crashes. Hope your evening is going well. It is. It's we're chilling, making well, you know, just some wooden planks, stylization, sculpting. It's pretty nice talking to people. Oh, this song is from Fable. Every time I hear Fable, I always get nostalgic. I love that game. If I drew this image, or if it's just a ref. No, I can't draw for shit. So it's a picture. It's a concept art from Elena Savchenkoi. And it's like from the Smirnov School Instagram account. Like all the students post stuff there. They usually make chests and books and stuff that looks really funky and cool. Like you can make nice stylization pieces with them. So that's what I'm using as a reference. I was just about to say that. You just beat Fable Anniversary. Oh, you did? Aw. Yeah, I bought it like a couple of years ago. I was like, ooh, that's nice, remastered version. But yeah, it's still one of my favorite RPG games. Sad that they cancelled Fable Legend. I would have liked to see what they made out of that. Just get back and I hear Fable. Nice. Yes, we were just talking about that. It's Fable. You do it for yourself or you work with them? No, it's this is all just my personal stream. It's nothing to do with the Smirnov School, and it has nothing to do with my working situation at EA DICE. It's completely separated. Just want to make that clear. It's nothing for that. Looks great so far. Thank you. should I do on this one now? I think I'm leaning on making the tail. Ooh, we don't want to have that. Wonder if it would be better to use creasing, dynamic subdivision. It's a loot crate! It is! It's a loot crate. The game is genial. I love to play in a bigger resolution, but in the original the UI does not scale well, so it's really tiny, and I don't like the look of Anniversary Edition. I think they did fair job with the Anniversary Edition. It's just I would have expected more. Like, they call it HD, but it wasn't really HD when it came out, so C modeler. It's a microtransaction. Run for the hills. It's a microtransaction cow loot box. Let's see, we wanna have polyloop. No. That one. No. Edge loop complete. Okay, there we go. Dynamic. Cool. They tried, I gotta give them that, but they did not capture original atmosphere so well. I guess we'll buy some old Xbox to finally play the second one. You haven't played the second one? I must say that I like the second one the most in the series. I know that most people say that they liked the first one, but I just thought it was very charming. You had a dog, and I really loved the expression wheel that you had with interacting with the townspeople, so that's why I must say that I like that one the most. Right, so we have this, apply. Can we... Oh. No, it was still... We have a higher dynamesh then. Guess it's better to just move them up together, have a line there. Honestly, I feel bad for Dice and Bioware because AA, good for resource, bad with everything else. In your opinion, I am not gonna have a opinion on this. I say, laughing. It feels like that would be bad. But I do get the gamers, like the players and stuff, in all the conversations that have been so far. So, I wonder if I should go back a step. Well, you don't have to feel bad about it. Did I make a bit too high resolution? No? Okay. No, I didn't. Does this mean that the next battlefield will be set in Sparta, ancient Greek warfare? I will neither deny or confirm this. It's funny. My heart goes out for you guys. Oh, thank you. We developers are just trying to make the best out of the situation, and my interest is always to make the game look kick-ass, cool, you know, best looking graphics and stuff, since I'm an artist. As long as people feel like, oh man, this game looks awesome, like graphic wise, I'm happy. Master and command, Triamir and Javelin and the Deadly Disguise. I think we can agree that we need another Vietnam. ... I will bring any wishes you guys have to our meetings, but I will still neither deny or confirm anything that's happening. I think I made this one a bit too high poly. It's going to be a caveman times, so battlefield sticks and stones. That would be awesome. I think we are gonna struggling a little bit with the settings here, since I accidentally had this one instead of applying it. Is this better? Probably. Or is it a bit too high? Damn it. Gonna have to stick it at 800-ish. There we go. Yes. I used to work for Amazon and felt oppressed as a worker but couldn't voice it. Oh, that's sad to hear. I hope you're in a better workplace now. You mean Far Cry? Sure, wink wink. D&D Call of Duty Battlefield Bad Company 2 Remastered would be great. Are you serious with D&D Call of Duty? If I don't know anything, Aslan? Oh, well, you don't know what I know. I know more than 3D. Or remade in the new engine. Well, I will bring all the suggestions you have and proposals. I'm really excited for Battlefield Master Chef. That would have been fun to make, like 3D food. Make it look delicious. I would be hungry on work. Just like Socrates only knew that he did not know anything really. Well, if you're modeling Vietnam bamboo houses, you could onto something. You're unemployed due to injury from Amazon. Oh, Sorry to hear that. I hope you're recovering. That's not good. Yeah, let's just roll dice on our attack rolls. Call of Duty Sushi Chef. Get to work. Minigame modes. So when you are in the battlefield playing multiplayer, like instead of health kits, you have to make this mini cooking show among your like squad members, and then you heal with that. And to be able to do the cooking, you have to gather ingredients, and that's what you're actually really fighting for, resources. Sounds great. We'll get started immediately. Bring a whole new level to food fighting. Like, can I assume that people are hungry here? Because a lot of these suggestions contains a lot of food. You could make it insanely realistic. Could be like a theoretical chance of getting a heart attack. If you eat too fatty food, you mean, and stuff. Yeah, why not? This is silly, guys. And it's an untapped market. All I know is that, Kim, I have taught you everything I know, which is next to nothing. Thank you, Senpai Aslan, for all your teaching of nothing. Battlefield Bad Company X Battle Chef Brigade is a nice idea for a crossover. You will actually have to refill your magazines from boxes one by one. I'm hungry, but add realism. Solly's gotta eat. That is true, that is true. Solly's gonna have to eat. You can only get a heart attack in the fast food levels. You wanna have a minigame tying your shoes, Ron? So if I pitch all of these things and we add them, and people start complaining it's too tedious to do all of these stuff, I'm just gonna blame all of you guys. Being like, but you know, all of, like, players wants this. They wanna tie their shoelaces, they wanna be in the MasterChef cooking show. It's exactly what they want. Now I hunger. Just to add to that, I'm gonna have some more of my chocolate tomatoes. From the Netherlands, apparently. Do you have this in the Netherlands, Neum? Apparently, supposed to be chocolate tomatoes. I don't know. I think I was tricked. I am willing to take all the blame of becoming the most influential troll in modern game history. Shots fired. No, but in all honesty, that's actually something I really feel that we should improve in the games. Like, the feeling that some, like the, you know, it's a place that have been lived, like, people made an impact. I feel there's sometimes a lack of, like, those things, like, you know, just open food cans, or like it looks like someone just had a meal, and like, I mean, it's war, people just leave the stuff, or like, I feel like a lot of stuff like that is missing, so that's definitely something I wanna improve on. In general. If you're gonna be serious a little bit of the food thingy. Not maybe gameplay related, but graphic wise, it would be nice to add those things. I mean, realistic graphic in all honor, but sometimes, like, even if you photo scan stuff, if you don't add those like little bits, like all of those little things, then it doesn't really feel convincing anyway. So I will fill the bellows of the abyss I call my stomach with the substance of gods I call chicken tenders. Well, people think this is a turkey leg, the horn here. Chicken tender. Why does it always end in food-related talks here? It feels like it. If it's not like something I made on stream that looks like a piece of food, then it's like just ending up in food. It doesn't seem most games take that info effect unless it's an open world game. Or rocks, Daniel. Yeah, that's true. Rock puns. Keep on rocking. Yeah, I guess the reason why you don't really have that in like multiplayer fast-paced game is because you mostly just run past it anyway, so it's like an optimization thing. If you don't see it, like, we shouldn't waste time building stuff like that. Like, should focus on the important areas. But I feel like even if you just run past, it still leave an impact in adding small details like that. Like, I guess that's why you see it in more like single player games, open world. Dinner time for the West right now, that's why. Right, I mean, well, it's night time for me, so it's actually sleep time for me. Oh, music stopped. No. Had to put food in my belly. Oh, you guys, make sure to eat. That's why food talk is happening. Yeah. You're making me feel hungry. I should go to bed and not eat, but now I'm feeling hungry. That's bad. Most games, when it comes to physical combat, there's only one style, where Mortal Kombat had 3 styles per character. Do you have a favorite game? Oh, so you mean like music? Well, I really love the Fable music. I really love... Let's see... I think Ori and the Blind Forest that we're listening to right now is actually pretty nice. Zelda, obviously. Zelda, one of the absolute favorites. It's a mixture, I guess. Thank you for the follow! I appreciate that. You're saying that I should eat tomatoes. You have those chocolate tomatoes, eat those. But they're not chocolate! That's the disappointing part of this. Like, someone came in here, put a tray with these, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to have them. And then, like, 5 minutes after, I got this note where it said chocolate tomato from the Netherlands. And I was like, ooh, but it looks like a tomato. So they were trolling me. I got trolled. It's just regular tomato. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing. Tastes like a regular tomato. I love Ori's soundtrack. Cell is always classic. Yeah, I feel it's very beautiful, the Ori soundtrack. The Zelda is like some part of the Zelda music, not the boss fight music, but you know, like some of the Wind Waker ones are really nice. And some of the Skyward Sword, like the more happy music, I guess, from there. I started up Minecraft after a really long time, and they remade the soundtrack. Just wow, I love it. Oh, it is not really atmospheric if you're playing with some nice shaders. Cool. We should put some on for the next stream then. Because now we're listening to Ori. Some new Minecraft music. Xenoblade Chronicle, Persona 5 and Animal Crossing are my top 3 favorite. Xenoblade and P5 are godlike. I must say Animal Crossing, yeah. The other ones I haven't actually listened to. But Animal Crossing, yeah, I like that one. They're in some of these mixed lists as well. Oh god, that wasn't good. I have to use this brush. Maybe we have listened to Xenoblade. Because it's just like mixed game music, so might have been that it popped by at some occasions. Maybe. I think that's a little bit maybe low res. Should add some. For Xenoblade, recommend a song called Listen in the Blue Sky. I will write down your recommendations and put it on next time. You're curious on my opinion on it. Is that like a hint that I should put it on right now? Alright. We will leave Ori and the Blind Forest for a little bit and see. No blade. And then listen of the blue sky. There we have it. Extended 10-hour. No, I will go with the regular one. Oh, it's a very mellow song. I must say, in a way, it reminds me of Studio Ghibli a lot. Yeah, it feels like it's nice actually. cry every time you hear it? Are you crying right now? That's sad. Don't cry. Don't be sad. Unless it's like crying of happiness, then it's fine. Oh, the remix hop to another Grandia is this game called? No, but the game is very powerful emotionally in its music and story. Oh, I see. It's good that they can make music to like accompany that, the feeling of it. I really love when games can, you know, make make an impact with the like the whole package with the music stuff. I don't play that much JRPGs, so that's why. I didn't know that. It's 12 now. I should really pop off to bed, so I can get some sleep before going to work. Last work day, then it's weekend. Oh, I'm looking forward to weekend. It's so many meetings right now. Just wanna have weekends so I can be home. Oh. We all do. Oh. Well, I feel like I got quite far anyway. I have a lot of things done, so... But then again, we also have a lot of things that are not done. So, some parts left to do on this guy. So much time, so few hours in a day. Yeah. I mean, that's why you should have a work that you love doing. And also, like, that you feel comfortable at the work and stuff, and that you have your voice and feel like you can make an impact, since you're spending most of your time and day at your workplace. So, super important. I always get a bit stiff in my my hands after sculpting. Sometimes I actually warm up my fingers before using the Wacom, like sitting like this, or like with the fingers, just moving them around, because you get so stiff. Ah. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream now, and thanks you everyone for the new follows and subs, and just for keeping me company and checking out my cow loot box thingy. And I will hopefully see you next time, and it's on Tuesday, the same time. So I wish you a good night, and for people in the other time zone, have a good day. I think it's past morning, so have a nice weekend as well. I will see you later, I hope. Bye bye.